wondered how the principals became what they are today. What do you have to do to become a head principal?
In order to become a principal, you have to have some experience as a classroom teacher, and then there's a lot of classwork that needs to be done outside of school in a grad program. So I did that, and then I had some experience at Highland Elementary as an elementary principal, and so all those things led up to being able to come here to the middle school and be the principal here.
What school were you at before you were at Ephrata Middle School?
I was in a few different schools and school districts before I came to Ephrata. I started in the Kutztown School District where I was a 7th grade teacher for a year. I was in the Reading School District where I taught 4th and 5th grade, and I also was something called an instructional coach for a year. After that, I came to Ephrata, and I was at Highland Elementary for 6 years.
What's part of your job?
There's a lot of good things about my job. I obviously enjoy working with adults because I have to work with adults, with teachers and the staff, and I enjoy doing that. But I would say the best part of my job is working with students. It's something I've always enjoyed doing, and in this position I may not get to work with students all the time, but when I do, I enjoy working with them on projects like this, or just listening to their ideas and trying to incorporate them into the things we're doing here at the middle school. So working with students on projects is definitely my favorite thing to do.
Being an assistant principal, will you be able to become a head principal?
Being an assistant principal is kind of on-the-job training for becoming a head principal. Not everybody that is an assistant principal eventually becomes a head principal, but it is an option. And yes, you normally have to be an assistant principal before becoming a head principal.
Difference between an assistant principal and a head principal?
The major difference between the assistant and the head principal is that the assistant principal gets to handle most of the discipline issues. The head principal does do some, but most of that is my responsibility. Other than that, our responsibilities are somewhat similar. The one other thing, the head principal typically handles a lot of the staff and the personnel decisions that are here in the building. So those are the two. The one thing that's specific to the assistant principal and the one thing that's typically specific to the head principal.
Before Ephrata Middle School?
Before I came to Ephrata Middle School, I student taught at Pequea Valley High School, and then I was a teacher at West York Middle School and High School. I was a computer teacher at the middle school for 1 year, and then for 4 years I was at West York High School, and I was a business and a computer teacher there.
Best part of your job?
The best part of my job is doing things like this. I love working with students, and so whether it's in a classroom or in the makerspace or at lunch or whatever it is, I enjoy being around students, and so that's the best part of my job.
Now you know how the principals became what they are today.